Alright guys, this is your boy T that was blazing in sports. You are now rocking with your boy. Do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not to all the content. Guys, breaking news, we have now added memberships to our channel. Still gotta go do some setting up for it, but guys, that is coming. Please look out for it. This is another production by your boy T Dub. Here is what's blazing in sports. The one, the only, T-Dub. Now it's about that time. It's about that time to drop that beat. Let's go. Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy T-Dub was blazing in sports. Yes, of course. I am back here like a crack addict, giving you boxing geekers this work, and as promised, drop that beat.
What? What?
Let's go.
Yeah. What?
Let's get it. All right, guys, listen, we have a great show coming today. You know how I give you that work the best way I know how, and hopefully you guys enjoy the content that you're about to get. Remember, this is not written down. It is not scripted. It is straight up the top of the dome from something I have read or heard, and I'm giving you the news that you absolutely can't refuse. And let's get it. Guys, again, it's your boy T-Dub. Welcome to the channel. Guys, we'll be talking about an interview that Deontay done with PBC. I'm going to look for the video or audio and let you hear that as well. But guys, just as I was getting ready, there was a fight that I'm not going to lie, a part of me wanted to see. I wanted to see happen. And I know you guys are not going to agree with this, or you might look at me sideways. But do you remember when Floyd Mayweather was doing tours about fighting Robert Guerrero? No, I'm not talking about I want to see that rematch. I don't know why, but I almost would have paid a small little fee to see Floyd Sr. take on, is it Ruben Guerrero? Listen to this. I'm not going to lie, man. They're back and forth between, I believe it's Ruben Guerrero and Floyd Mayweather Sr. It was authentic. There was no made up. They were not trying to sell a fight. They were not even fighting, but it was so real that even at their current age, I wanted to see smoke. Listen in.
You guys like that? Like this guy, Woman Beater? He must have learned that from his dad. All right, it's okay. Hey,
I'm just saying, man, that was some real authentic beef there. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do is give you the gist of the video as I look for the video of Deontay Wilder basically coming out and really giving a verbal interview where we can hear his own voice. We didn't hear many speculations of things, what went wrong, what happened, what didn't happen, but we never heard anything from the horse's mouth, and that is Deontay Wilder. He did do an interview with PBC, and we're going to get into that. And guys, when I play the video, please understand I'm going to pause it some, or at least maybe play some music behind it, do my best to avoid any kind of copyright strikes. But the gist of it, guys, Deontay Wilder comes out and he touches on some things. And some of it is going to make some people speculate on exactly what happened. Also, guys, he said one thing: he does not view Tyson Fury as the champion. And I'm going to talk about that as well and give you my thoughts on it. Right now, Tyson Fury is a champion. I'm going to give you my thoughts on why Deontay Wilder don't view him as a champion. Also, he let us know that during that fight, he suffered a bicep injury. During the fight, never quit, never complained. But of course, we, T-Dub was blazing in sports, we're going to talk about it. Anonymous in the building, what's blazing, homie? Sierra F, what's cracking? How you doing, Queen? How you doing? All right, so let's do this, guys. I'm going to search for the PBC interview. Hopefully you guys can hear me well. If I can turn the phone right side up. And I want you guys to be able to check that out and hear it as well. So while I do some searching, I'm going to let Lola give you guys a little bit of entertaining so we can get right down to the meat and gravy, the biscuits of it all. Let's go.
What? Yeah! What? Yeah!
Just give me a little bit longer, guys.
Yeah! What?
And this is a T-Doubles Blazing Sports production.
Yeah!
Oh man, this is it. This is it.
What?
I finally give me a second. Let me load it up for you. Also find a right spot so you don't have to listen to until I watch the material. Hour with the material that does not all include Deontay Wilder.
Yeah!
Hi fans, welcome to the PBC
What?
2000 right here.
Yeah!
Here we go, guys. Let's turn the music down just a little bit. You know, just to avoid some copyright strikes. So I can let you guys get this gravy. If you can't hear it, please let me know. This is Deontay Wilder.
Just being able to have a natural, normal life, but still be able to follow the instructions that have been provided for us all. To try to, I've been just trying to be that family that we have provided, that have company. Where I know that family members have died in the hospital and stuff, so every year the time but my family's doing great.
Let's get to the meat and gravy of it.
Are you in Alabama right now?
Yes, I'm in Alabama right now. I got a lot of things going on here.
Please, guys, comment below. Let me know your thoughts, your concerns. And what do you think about this?
It's not a big city, so it's not around a lot of things. So it's not too strict where I am. So everything I think is perfect place.
Deontay, suddenly everybody's got a lot of extra time, it seems. So what do you do to keep yourself busy?
Well, for me, I've been big into meditation. I'm always thinking about meditation. It's a visualization. So I live on a beautiful island here in Alabama. Everything I have, I do that in need. I'm right here surrounded by water, nature. People the things that I love and enjoy. The scenery.
Remember, this is the first real interview with his voice.
I'm a homebody. At heart. I'm always at home. No matter what home that I'm in and what state, I'm always at home. And so during these times, me and my sister, me and my brothers, we always talk.
Hit that like button.
A lot of people are bored and going crazy during this time, but these times, I mean, it's just what we do all the time. Being among each other, among nature, just sitting around, thinking about different things for the future, just game plan. That's all I do. So I'm very relaxed, I'm very comfortable, and life hasn't changed for me. I'm very thankful for that.
Get to the meat and gravy now. Come on now.
My understanding is you recently had surgery on your biceps. Can you tell us when and how that injury occurred and how recovery is going?
Recovery's going well. I'm in therapy. I ended up getting treatments during my last fight. So we're up in there. But everything's going great with it. That's another thing. Just focus on recovering, get myself back to full health, and getting ready to
PBC.
this corona stuff. We got the way in camp, and get ready.
Now, Now, has it affected you? You mentioned physical therapy. Has it affected you working out in any way?
Oh yeah, I can't work out right now. That's what I'm looking forward to. Once I get healed, I'm looking forward to just working out and able to do the things that I love. Right now, I just been sitting back and getting care of, which that's not a bad position either now.
Listen to the interview and let's talk about it when it's over.
All my meals been prepared, so that's for being brought to me. There's a lot of catering right now, between my fiance and all the kids that I got around. But it's been a beautiful thing. Like I said, nothing I can really complain about at this moment in time. I know we all the world is going through something together. I think this is the first time that
there's some more good stuff coming, guys. Listen in.
we all have to survive. And, I love being around my loved ones. They need to get through tough times.
Deontay, let's talk boxing a little bit.
Hold up.
Had more time to reflect on what happened against Fury in your last fight. Any more thoughts on what went wrong tactically or in training camp, that kind of thing?
So my training, everything that happened, it happened in the last 15 minutes to the fight. There's a lot of things that went on. There's a lot of things that I don't even want to talk about at this moment in time. I'm still reflecting on certain things, and I can't believe things that happened. They happened to me, and they happened to me at that point in time in my career. Maybe I'll come out with some things later on. As the year unfolds, as I get to the camp and stuff like that. But certain things I don't want to talk about at this moment.
Listen in.
I'm still reflecting on it.
Are you referring to tactical things? I'm wondering, like after the opening bell sounded, were there things you're saying to yourself now, well, maybe I shouldn't have done that, or I should have done this, that kind of thing?
No, not at all.
No excuses.
The thing about it is that you need to understand, what type of person Deontay Wilder was in that moment in time. When I took off my mask, things that I was doing, I've been in this sport for a very long time. I've seen fight, all over the world for a very long time. So automatically knows, how I am, how I should be. People that know boxing, I was a
Zombie.
Like I said, I can't talk about a lot of people, but it wasn't Deontay Wilder tonight. Except for the mask, my reaction to certain things that I was doing in the ring, from the first fight, second fight,
Can't hear it. Let's hold on. I'm just.
that night, my guy had when the first started to film.
Sound like wind.
First fight, the first started to film, my guy was on the line. You don't go back, you go forward. And that night, I was myself, I felt like a zombie, and I felt like I felt it. There's a lot of things I can't say, you know what I'm saying? Don't think I can sit back and we all need to be stronger, learn from a lot of situations, and we learn from this situation, get better and better. It's not over. In my eyes, I don't see Fury as the champion still going. He ain't the champion yet. We still got one more fight left. And at the end of the day, I'm happy. My family's happy. I'm recovering. I'm looking forward to getting the world. That's why.
You sort of answered my next question.
Let's talk about it when it's over. Let's talk about it.
Loss behind you and turn the page. It sounds like you did that pretty quickly.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta understand that, in life comes many ways. In life, you lose more than you win. And the thing about losing, some people don't know how to bounce back off a loss in life. That's why when people win all the time, people always want to see a person lose.
Yes.
Because they win all the time. But I look at it as they want to see how that person get up. How do you get off the ground and lose and different things? Because I told people, I may have lost in the ring, but I'm winning in life. You know what I'm saying? It's too many things. But, I take this time and get back and make my money at home.
He must be outside.
In the position got into it, trying to get into the ratings, trying to be a high prospect and then go on to be a to fight for a world title and become a champion. You know, it allowed that hunger to come back to where I, you know, from where I started to when I came to title. So there's been a lot of different things, you know. I'm never down about losing because, you know, it only makes me strong to be to come back and to overcome the conflict. I know this is not the biggest moment in time of my life, you know, coming back around again. And fighting, you know, I can look back and say I'm a part of that major what it is now. So excited, especially in this movie. And I'm not done yet.
Were you surprised at how aggressive Fury was in the
Uh-oh.
rematch?
What's up?
No, I wasn't surprised. And I couldn't really. It's hard to explain. Like first, you see the sound of the bell. It's like I was going to retreat, or it's like I wasn't even there for it. Like I don't know how to say it without. It was just I wasn't there.
Gotcha.
That's all I can tell you. I wasn't there for the first start. I wasn't there.
He wants to say something, but don't want to. But they want to say it.
But it's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. Trust me. You know, when I'm just looking forward to it. When I gotta do, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to feel like I'm making excuses. Things like that. I just want people to know that I'm happy with everyone else, and I'm coming back stronger than ever.
The third fight with Fury has been pushed back, you said, toward the end of the year. Do you think that extra time helps you?
Smash that like button. Come on, man. Hey.
No, I was going back to back fights until I left. I don't think it was anyone that was on the course that I was fighting on to get to where I am now. So, you know, I'm gonna take this time and it's been good though. You know, I'm gonna take the time. I am taking the time to sit back and enjoy family and rest. You know, I got an opportunity to really just enjoy my kids. You know, like I said, I just been going and stop. You know, I get in camp about 3 months, but by doing that for 1 time, I'm still, you know, working. I'm flying here or doing anything.
You're listening to Deontay Wilder interview on PBC.
By the time you're back in the camp, now you gotta get away from the kids. And so at this point in time, I'm just loving the space. I'm just loving the community that I'm having with my
Let's get back to it. Come on, and ask some good questions. Come on now.
just loving them all over the time. So it's time to separate myself from the kids. And that's the work.
You mentioned the surgery earlier.
On his
so you
bicep.
eventually use this time also to recover from that. Have you been given a date when you'll be able to resume working out?
I gave a date sometime at the end of May. Sometime at the middle to end of May.
We got to talk about this. Remember that, guys.
Deontay, a lot of trainers have been offering you advice through the media.
Bringing in the trainer. Let's hear it.
Any extra voices to your team or listening to what those guys have been saying?
Yeah, we've been having a lot of people reach out and explain to them not to go. But you just have to be careful with that because a lot of people just see this time just want to be able to see people see it, you know, they will stay, they can't be and stuff like that. And just looking at it just a different way. That's how I'm looking at it. That's how I know boxing. Boxing is very creative. It's a very business. You know, you got to be careful to go up sport as well. Very. And, you know, people, you got to be careful about the people that bring around what the intent of that person is trying to come in to help, especially when they never reached out before. They want to see an opportunity. You know, I've seen so much. I've been around so much. I've had people tell me things, tell me not to go do this, say this, and then when they turn around and do the same shit, they go not. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a lot of stuff going on in boxing. Trust. But I am looking to bring someone in for sure.
Who?
We don't have it down yet, but I'm definitely gonna bring. I got two people I'm bringing.
Two?
One of them, he always comes down on some basis. He always around.
2 people. Okay.
We'll see what happens. I think we got a great team. That's going to be formed, get ready. Once everything go back to normal, hopefully it'll be sooner than later. I can get my team in order, and move forward with our game plan.
Now, George Foreman says you guys had a pretty good conversation recently. Can you share what you guys spoke about?
Yeah, man, George, it was good talking to George. George is one of the guys that been trying to get in touch. He be moving so much. Everybody have a schedule and stuff. And what during this time, everything is shut down. So it's always good to have great conversation at this moment in time. We had a great conversation. It was a real, real good conversation. We talked about a lot of things that went on in his career. Really bad. A lot of, tricks and trades that used to happen. Certain things that he saw in this fight. And there was a lot of knowledge that he applied to me. And he was telling me how he wanted to show me some methods of strengthening certain parts of my body and stuff like that. So, but he definitely dropped a couple of gems down for me.
Okay.
And it was good to see him. I think I'm gonna once everything clears up or whatever, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna come out of that. Go see George.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
That's great.
What's up, Don Dollar?
Deontay Fury said that he was surprised you want to fight a third time. Do you have any reaction to that?
No, I don't have no reaction. No one should be surprised. I am who I am. I think the world's gonna go out, and nothing's gonna change about that. Why would I not want it? Like I said, at this moment in time, just sit back. It's gonna be a time and place where I'm ready to come out. It's gonna be a time and place where I say what I need to say. But looking at the fight, we know that wasn't me. I know that wasn't me. People in the boxing, everyone know that wasn't me. Deontay Wilder. Something was wrong with him, and we'll show. Like I said, it's a time and place for it all. I reveal a lot of things. But I'm looking forward to it. Actually, I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait to tell people what they want to see.
As you start preparing for the third fight, I guess mentally, emotionally, what's your mindset? Are you angry? Are you just motivated? Or is it just business as usual? Want to prove people wrong, or all of the above?
It's all of the above. It's more people to the fight. As I look at it as well, this is set up for the third, where he was set up even bigger. So this is gonna be it right here. This is the last final straw right here, as I see it. It's all the above. I'm counting everything in that happened, everything that happened towards me. I'm cutting my grass, getting rid of all the snakes up in the grass.
Yes.
It's a lot of things. It's time just
Lots of snakes.
to look back and just to really dig in the weeds and see what was going on. You know what I'm saying? You can have a lot of great people around you, but certain jealousy of people you just can't control. You get to a certain level, you think people are happy with you. But everybody wants certain things. Everybody wants what you have, but they don't want to work as hard as you or sacrifice as much as you. So people get envious of things that they can't have. It's one of the things I had to weed out. I had to change up some certain things, but it's gonna be good, man. I can't wait. I think you should look forward to it. Don't worry about if I'm worried or not. Just look forward to seeing me there when it's time.
I've followed a lot of fighters that have gone through.
Poetic Kills in the building. What's going on, sweetheart? The beautiful one, the queen. What's up, Westside?
People don't understand boxing is a business like none other. It's a sport that deals with that you gotta be able to trust people, and that's the hard part. Being able to trust people that's around you. Some people that have been around you for years never show signs of anything to that moment that they get offered something or something. Someone come along and try to do it in so many different ways, just like it's something different ways to make money in boxing. Boxing is one of these sports where, we do what we do.
All right, guys. I think we got the gist of it. I don't think you'll get too much into the fighting. But, guys, right now is that time that you get your thoughts together. One, what do you think about the interview? Two, what do you think about him saying kind of felt like a zombie? Everything led up with him. The last 15 minutes, basically coming out happening. It didn't happen any count. Whatever happened, we don't know what. The last 15 minutes. What do you think about him? Not a rumor that he has something like a torn bicep or something, but actually had an injury and had surgery to prove it. What do you think about Deontay Wilder saying that Tyson Fury is not the real champ right now? We have one more to go to decide that. While you do that, get your thoughts together, guys. Remember, comment below and let me know. There's about a 35-second delay. So what I'm going to do is let Lola do what she does while you do what you do, and I get my thoughts together. Let's go.
Yeah! What? Yeah!
Let's go. What? This is another T-Dub
Yeah!
production.
What?
This can be found nowhere else.
Yeah!
Let's go. Okay. I see you, Lola.
Yeah!
Oh, like that?
What?
That's what I say.
Yeah!
When I hear somebody talking shit to me, I just look at them and be like,
What?
and then when they back down, I'm like,
Yeah!
all right. All right, guys. This is your boy, T-Dub. What's blazing in sports? Yes, of course. I'm back at it. Like a crack at it, giving you boxing geekers. This works. Guys, do me a favor and hit the like button. If you have not hit the like button, please take time to do that now. Subscribe to the channel. I do encourage it. Try to give you guys new content, unscripted, off the top of the cranium, the best way that I know how. Guys, also, I got approved for memberships, some things I need to do in the back end. So, guys, you want to go ahead, support the channel, have the channel become bigger. Always know there's an option to support by becoming a member and any other method like Super Chat, Cash App, and anything like that. Also, PayPal. So, Don said, yeah, what? Lola. Yeah, Lola doing that thing, man. Lola's doing that thing. And listen, guys, when you guys do come in the chat room, man, you want to make Lola feel happy, listen, Lola likes to dance, right? And there she is, doing her thing, and she does it to a beat, right? Boom. But listen, guys, if you come in and you super chat, or if you tell me, hey, T-Dub, I'll hit your Cash App, or T-Dub, check your PayPal, then something like this should happen. There it is. Yes, it works. Look at it. Make it rain.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah!
I like that. All right. So let me give you guys my thoughts on it all. Again, shout out to the queen and the better party, Kels. She been down with your boy since your boy been down. Let's go. Check out the lovely lady. Check her out, guys. She's down there. And listen, I'm not gonna say what city, but that's a Georgia peach right there. That's a Georgia peach. Never had a Georgia peach before. Oh my gosh! Woo! Let's go. One, I think we found out about Deontay Wilder is that no matter if you like him or not, the guy's a warrior, right? He's a warrior. Listen, we heard all the tales about him talking about his gear was 40 pounds, but we didn't hear from him. We heard all of these things. The one thing that we didn't hear, at least I didn't hear, is that he had a bicep injury. Not just a bruise, but an injury that was to the level that it needed and had surgery performed to fix it. So not only is this man in there, we can clearly tell that his equilibrium was all jacked up. Listen, everyone has said this. Something was wrong. He didn't look right. Listen, that's the obvious. Not taking no credit away from nobody else, but the obvious thing is he didn't look the same. Something was up. Even in his interview, he said, listen, I'm going to come for a fight. That's what I do. But from the second one, I was backing up, right? And I get it. People can look at it like he's making excuses, but the thing is, he's just saying that, hey, I didn't feel right. Something was wrong. And it was all leading up to the 15 minutes before making the ring walk to the ring. He said, people can tell when I took off my headgear. You look at my eyes. Listen, when he took his headgear off, I saw the, like he was like beat. I don't know. It was like he was drained, like he took a 5-hour energy and all of a sudden he came down off of it. But listen, I don't know. That is what we hope he reveals later. But we know right now, with that interview he just put out there, there's going to be a ton of speculations. And they're all going to be wrong until he reveals exactly what is what. But the fact that this man fought until the corner through the towel in, and I didn't even, listen, did any of you guys even show him showing signs of having a bicep injury? Signs. There's been guys that oh, my shoulder's out of whack. Oh, my jaw this. Oh, my finger that. Oh, my knuckles that. He fought through it until they stopped him. And when they stopped him, he was pissed off the fight got stopped. As a matter of fact, he was so pissed off that there was rumors he fired the man to stop it. That's pretty tough. Let me get this out of the way. If he keeps Diaz, he hasn't learned anything. You know what? I don't know if you're going to keep, I don't know. But here's what we did learn. Here's what we did learn. He's going to bring in 2 new people. See, this interview answered some questions. And it left a lot of questions on the table. Listen, it answered a few questions and left a lot of questions on the table. And a lot of those left on the table on purpose. Now, he did answer this. He's bringing in 2 new people. Who those new people are, we don't know. Is one of them George Foreman? No. He did say this. I'm going to go fly and visit and meet George face to face. But I think that as far as training goes, with George Foreman has actually been in his corner. I don't think he's going to be the new head coach or even assistant coach in his camp. Who are the 2 new people? At least we got a hint about one, that one of those new persons is somebody that's already around. And that's probably can be at least narrowed down by, you know what, I know somebody. I don't know if he's going to say anything, but I know somebody that has been in Wilder's camp for the last few years. I'm going to reach out to that source and I'm going to ask that source, who is somebody that's been hanging around coach-wise, but hasn't been a coach? Do you have an idea? Now, I can't tell you who my source is, but I have a source. And if I can, I'm going to see if I can pull some information from that source. What do you guys think about Deontay Wilder saying, listen, I don't see Tyson Fury as no champ right now. I don't see him as a champ right now. We have one more to go. What are your thoughts about that? Is he right? Is he wrong? What are your thoughts? Before I get to the chat, let me give you mine. Listen, right now, in my opinion, Tyson Fury is the champ. He has the belt. He's recognized as the champ. He's the champ. But I understand what Wilder is saying. Look at it this way. Before you guys thought that, he's not. Look at it this way. And honestly, as a fighter, this is the best mentality to look at it. It's like an NBA series, right? Basketball series. Bulls versus Blazers, right? Best out of 5, best out of 7. Well, even though somebody may win the first 2 games, it's not over. They have not won the series by winning the first 2 games. Sometimes you got to win 3 out of 5. Sometimes you have to win 4 out of 7. So in this case, Deontay Wilder's looking at it this way. All right. We have a 2-fight series. The winner has to win both of those series in order to be the WBC champion. To stay. In Wilder's case, he will have to win both of them to stay the champion. In Tyson Fury case, he will have to win both of them to be the champion. When there's no negotiations, there's no contracts in place, they can say that I can hang you up for one more fight. 2 fights for Fury to get it, 2 for Wilder to keep it. Even if Wilder would have won the first fight, Fury has a claim, I have another shot at that title. And you can't do nothing until you fight me. See, that's like a series. You can't move on and play any other teams. You cannot advance in a series unless you finish and win the series before moving on to competition. So I see how Deontay Wilder can look at it like that. Is Fury the champion? Yes, he is. But as a fighter, I would take that approach. Yeah, he got the belt right now, but it's not over. I have you on contract. We have a 2-fight series. The fighter has to win both of them. Well, Fury has to win. No, they both. Let me see. Fury has to win 2 for sure, right? And Wilder would need to win the last one, if I can say that. Because Wilder already lost the first one. But if he wins the second one, then the series will be complete because the contract is complete. Which means wherever they stand after the second fight is the true winner that gets free to go on to do whatever. But let's get it. All right, guys, let's get to the chat room. What we got here? Brother Kel says, Lola, that's her. Bicep, wrist, arm, hand, something is wrong. Something was wrong with him, but listen, I know a lot of people like to shit on Deontay Wilder. I think when people hate when someone is a true threat to somebody else, or they hate that someone strives or pitching a no-hitter. When Deontay Wilder was undefeated, not doing things the traditional technical way, but undefeated, a lot of people didn't speak on him. Not even Floyd Mayweather. I don't believe said anything positive about him. But the moment Wilder has a blemish on his record, Floyd said something positive. See, a lot of people don't like it. And I'm being honest. I'm going to be even more specific. In the United States of America, a lot of people don't like nobody who appears to be pitching a perfect game. Floyd Mayweather didn't grow as big as he grew because he was celebrated and loved. He was hated and protested against. People bought to see him lose. They wanted to see him go down. They giving Deontay Wilder the treatment that they never gave Floyd. They wanted a Pacquiao to beat Floyd, a De La Hoya to beat Floyd, a Ricky Hatton to beat Floyd, a Cotto to beat Floyd. They wanted it, but they never got it. He was too technically and gifted sound. That didn't happen. But Wilder showed that he showed flaws. That even though he was pitching the perfect game, he showed things that wasn't perfect, technically wise, things like that. But he showed that even with his imperfection, his strive to be perfected was amazing. He delivered up until this last fight. And even though he only lost one fight, even though he didn't look himself in this one fight, even though he came into the ring, one, somebody had to help him over the ropes. Normally he'd jump in or step over himself. Two, take off the headgear and immediately like, oh man, right? Like who does that? See, you can't say, oh, it was nerves. No, it's not nerves. Because he wanted to fight Fury the second time and Fury pulled out. He believed it'd be Fury the first time. He's not that type of guy. He wanted to fight Fury. So it wasn't nerves. Then what was it? According to him, we don't know what it is. But it was 15 minutes that led up to where something changed that affected his body. Something changed that affected him from round one, from going out and going forward, to backing up. And listen, some people say, oh, Fury made him back up because Fury came forward. To be honest, that was almost a perfect case of getting your ass blasted. And what I mean is, When somebody comes forward against a hitter shouldn't go backwards. Counterpuncher goes backwards. Goes backwards and use angles. A hitter meets fire with fire, especially if my blades can conquer the little smoke you're putting out. And by many people, Wilder hits harder than Fury. Wilder could have just traded with Fury. Anything could have happened. Fury could have dropped him. But if they both connected at the same time, I'll put my money on Wilder. He didn't look the same from round 1. Round 2. Round 3. What happened? I'm telling you right now, this is what people are going to say. They're going to say, he was drugged. He was drugged. Because he said, listen, I felt like a zombie. And the only people that feel like a zombie, well, not the only, but a lot of people that were drugged under some type of influence or affected by something that physically made their body feel unnatural. And then when people, and this is the argument, trust me, you're going to hear it. Some people are going to say he was drugged. Then other people are going to say, well, if he's drugged, then how did he pass the VADA test afterwards? I don't know. I don't know. We do know that things can happen, things can be processed out your system in an hour. I don't know. He didn't reveal. We don't know what he's going to say. But I'm telling you right now, hopefully when the fights get closer, hopefully the fights get made. See, guys, this corona is affecting boxing because we don't know when the country's going to be opened back up. We don't know. And whenever this country opens back up, think about it, right? It ain't going to open up at the same time. They're going to open up these big states with big land and not dense population. And then we don't know when New York and California are going to open up. We don't know. And then even when they open up, when will the borders open up? Specifically for the UK to the USA. We don't know. See, Deontay Wilder right now is, I believe, 34 years old. Tyson Fury is somewhere around the age of 30. How would they be affected? But I'm going to say this right here. And I'm going to get back to the chat. Let me say this right here as you smack the like button. The fight it appeared to be scheduled for July the 18th. Deontay Wilder had bicep surgery, and they said that he should be healed to train somewhere around the end of May, maybe early as June. I am saying this right here. This is going to benefit Deontay Wilder. How is this man just now going to be able to train by June and have to fight by mid-July? That would have been a plan for disaster. This would allow this man to heal a lot better, prepare properly, get accustomed to his new team with the 2 new team members he's bringing in, and get focused. And one thing right now, remember, he said this in his interview, a lot of things happened. It happened to me, and I thought, wow, this is actually happening to me right now in this fight. We don't know what those things are, but he does. But he doesn't want to put them out there. Forget it. You know, he doesn't want to look like he's making excuses. I get it. And even if there's things that can happen, there's been times that water bottle has been tempered. There's been time when people have taken stuffing out of gloves. There's been time when people use wraps that will get hard like cement and fight with them. When it's coming to getting an edge in a fight, for you or taking an edge off of your opponent, it's not new to the sport. People get away with it to the call. People are very creative. Now, we don't know what happened. I'm looking forward to finding out. I'm looking forward to the third fight. I want this third fight to happen. I don't want this corona to bring these type of fights to an end, delay these type of fights, give fighters time to think if they want to continue the sport or retire. I don't want that. And neither should you. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, I want it. If I can get it in October, November, I want it. I want it. Question is, do you? Let me see. Let's get to the chat. It's a mystery, but he was not himself. A healthy rider will go 12 rounds, win or lose. He needs to meet with Evander. What kind of training is he doing in camp? He always gets injured in camp. No, he said he got injured in the fight. He didn't hurt his bicep in the camp. He actually hurt his bicep in that fight with Tyson Fury. Once he got hurt, he just never showed signs, at least throwing it. Remember, Tyson Fury has hurt his bicep a few times, and he fights through the pain. He hurts and cracks his knuckles throughout fights. He just keep fighting. Listen, this is a guy that honestly is like a warrior, right? I mean, not a warrior that just has talent and just like to be gloated. This is a warrior. Win, lose, or draw. Love him or hate him. The guy fights through the pain. He didn't quit, guys, and Deontay Wilder was taking a lick in that fight. But he wouldn't give up. He wouldn't stop fighting. Wouldn't stop punching. Even though, for many, it was over. Since the time he got knocked down in the third round. It was over. All offense from him is pretty much out the window. But the dog in him wanted to keep fighting, wanted to keep swinging. Off balance, stumbling, tripping, falling. But he's a fighter. And after he lost, it reminds me of the movie Carrie, when she was told, they're all going to laugh at you. They're all going to laugh at you. Deontay Wilder said something in that interview. He said, basically going back and basically clean the house, get rid of a lot of fake people. A lot of people that pretend they had his back, liked his post, gave him thumbs up. You got this champ. We believe in you, champ. You are king, champ. But the same ones that laughed at him, made fun of what happened to him. Now, you expect that from people that are fans of the other fighter. That's their right. Their fighter won. You don't expect that from people that showed you love, wanted to be on your side, come to you as a friend. But the moment you fall, they step away like there's a hole right there. And they don't want to fall into it. They want to create distance. And listen, if you don't believe that's true, you got people in your own life just like that. You got people right now pretending to be your friend. That if you fall, will step away as if you're a dog shit on the ground. And they don't want to get on the bottom of their shoe. Let's go. Wrong. In his mind, his right, he's using a positive mental visualization. Remember, do mentalities. Is that it? Meditate, I'm sorry. Sure is not medicated. Smash the like button, man. He was a zombie that night. Bro, listen, guys, the one thing that we got to admit, right, from round one, he didn't look the same, right? Listen, even when he threw his right hand, it was like he was launching it, right? It wasn't a missile. Even from round one, that Wilder missile is like, boom, it comes out. This one looks like he was like pushing it. Looked like he was pushing it out. Go back and watch it. Something was wrong. Could it have been his opposition was not up to par? What is the reason for not doing something called what? Boxing is the most unregulated sport. There is cheating. It's easy if you're creative. And that's one thing for sure. People try to be creative every day on getting the edge and cheating. What does that say? It ain't sure. Not shitting, he said that. All right. So, guys, listen. What do you think about the interview? One, I'm glad to hear from the champ. I'm glad to hear that he's eager to come back. I'm glad to hear that there was no talks of him stepping aside, that he wants his third matchup. I'm glad to hear that he has that fighter mentality. When I listened to Deontay Wilder, to be honest, I didn't hear a broken man. Sometimes when you guys lose, you hear a broken fighter. You can tell some fighters are not the same. Even when they're saying they want to fight, they're like, yeah, I'm still in this, I want to fight, I want to shot at my titles. No! I still hear that man, that bass in him, that competitor, that he wants it. And he's making the changes to achieve it. Listen, will it happen? I don't know. Fury can fight. Fury can fight. If Wilder was drugged or not drugged, floppy gloves or no floppy gloves, Fury can fight. Do all those things make a difference if they were used? Yes. But Fury can fucking fight, man. 6'9", fleet on feet, speed, slipperiness. Honestly, Tyson Fury probably best attribute is being able to roll punches. He can track, see, and roll punches. That's why it's harder for Wilder to land that right hand. When most people get hit square on, he's rolling it. He's rolling it. Which means the first right hand can't be the last punch. You have to throw them shots, track where he go, and keep throwing, and then let the final shot, wherever his head rests, that's where that right hand needs to be at. Smash that like button in the building. D1, American About to Travel. What's going on, my friend? Very close to wrapping up. Matter of fact, I have to have 1 minute before T-Dub has to jump back on and get back to work. But remember, do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, guys, I heard that membership is not available for my channel. I got to do some things on the back end. So you can become a member of the channel. Come on, be a part of What's Played in the Sports. Join the membership. I got to choose how things level out because I think there's different tiers and memberships. But I would love to have you. It help contribute to the video, getting things better microphones, better cameras, and things like that. This is your boy T-Dub. As always, here is What's Blazing the Sports.
What? Yeah! What? Yeah!
Talk to him, LeJohn.
What?